Hello, family and friends. Thank you once again for joining Empowerment Network. My name is Comfort, calling from the United Kingdom. And again, like yesterday, I am with my friend, my brother Collins. Hi, bro.
Hello, sis. Yeah, glad to be here again. Hello, everyone. Hope we are having a wonderful Thursday. Today is Thursday, so
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I hope you're having a tasty Thursday. What did you do today, guys? So let's discuss this. If you have seen the topic of today, it's quite interesting. And I love discussing this more than I would discuss apples and traffic because that is the work of Mr. Mufare. So the topic says this is something we've seen on social media. Thanks be to anybody who ever made this quick flyer. And Collins and myself have borrowed it for us to have a chat on. We really appreciate. We just picked it up and that was it. We used it for our flyer for today, which says, in the end, you and myself will talk more about the journey and not about the destination. So, Brother Collins, let's have a chat on this, please.
Yes, it's the comfort. The statement speak for itself. You know, you miss the journey, the destination means nothing because what is the destination without the journey? Destination without a journey is like a man who will always remember just the success because he said if you don't know where you are coming from, you will never know where you are going. You must
Mhm.
know where you are coming from. And when you know where you are coming from, you can easily appreciate the destination. You can say, yes, I come from A to B, and this is what I passed through. And you'll be able to tell, a story. So for instance, you look at unpassive. Those who miss the journey, they don't have anything to talk about because this is
Mhm.
just you are already in the destination. Destination is good, but they cannot even say anything because they don't know how we get there. Like I remember when we were in primary school, it's like, was it primary school or secondary school? One of our English teachers said something. He said we should write an essay about he said an old taxi. An old taxi tells his story. So the taxi is old. Now, we must write it to tell the story of the old taxi. Maybe start from the manufacturer, when he was manufactured, and then come in, somebody bought it, maybe sell it secondhand and stuff until get to where it is. That is the journey from factory to use. Now, this is unpassive. Those who came in 2005, they have a story to tell, and you can listen to that story, which we will go. We listen from Peter Rogers, we listen to Martin Digamo, most of those people who came before us. They told us the story. Maybe some of us coming now would have said, you know what? No, I don't want it. How can I listen to an audio and someone say, come, there's something that I want to do. And they just follow. I can't say blindly. They just listen to that, that voice, and they were like really captivated and glued to that voice until they met Mr. Ashmore for the first time. They glued to the voice without even seeing the person. That is a history, the history that they will tell their children's children and said, you see this on the unpassive we are seeing today. This is how it all started. We were how many of us, maybe 5 of us or 10, 1,000 of us will listen to an audio without knowing the person. And they stand to the truth, they stand the cause, and Mr. Ashmufara never said anything big or hype everything, but he knows where he was leading to. He knows
Right.
the journey. He knows
Mhm.
everything. But he said to himself, if I reveal everything, they will never believe me.
That's
Let
very
me do
true.
something small to bring them in, and then started, pulling them and showing them where I want to take them to. And that's why he said, I will take you to the top that you will never believe. Mr. Ashman never hype anything. Even when we
Mhm.
came 2022, at early 2022, there was nothing, no product. But we saw the website. It was Go Founder at that time. There are people who
Right.
don't, we cannot even remember Go Founder image again. I
Right.
think I took a screenshot of Go Founder, stuck over our living. We just,
Exactly. I just want to pop in because I want to take us back a little bit because talking about waiting and celebrating the success, you cannot celebrate success of something that you did not work for. You pass an exam because you studied and passed and wrote the test, and then you pass and you celebrate the success. You You celebrate the birth of your child because you carried the pregnancy, delivered the baby, and that was it. Listen, when you let's bring it back to children and parenthood. No offense to anybody, like, right? But then listen, it's you when you wait, especially you are in now as we speak, and you are not doing anything, you are not bothered because you are just waiting for money. You are like that family that just wakes up one morning, they go and adopt an 18-year-old young person. You don't enjoy the journey. You cannot tell the story about that child because it's already a man or it's already a woman, right? So somebody who adopts a baby or a toddler, they have a story to tell because running after a toddler is not sugar leaking. Waking up at night with the babies is not sugar leaking. That is when you have a story to tell. That's when you can write the book. That is when you have a chronicle, to put down and say, listen, this is how it all went. But then when you go to the orphanage and pick up an 18-year-old, and then what you do the next day is take them to college or to university and they go from there. What do you have to say? So I'm not like trying to offend anybody. I have 5 children. The oldest one is adopted. So I have all kinds of children. So I can talk from any angle. No offense. We are just trying to put it into perspective, from what we can, the best example we can use. Listen, all of these things, it's all, if you are not involved, if you are not engaged in any way, start now because it's not late. There's still a lot of excitement that if you hop in now and ask a few questions, where are we? What are we doing? I remember my sister-in-law, she was silent for some time, but when she came to Manchester and saw it for himself, and the moment Ash showed up on the screen, listen, when we moved, she doesn't speak much. She just called me back home. They call me Komi. She Komi, come. I want to register now. I was like, listen, I'll give you the link when it's ready. When we were in Manchester, the links were not ready because all Connect was born in our hands in Manchester, if you remember, right? That she started from there. She's always following up. Sometimes she asks a question and she's dying of laughter. I said, listen, I know you are going to just kill me. I said, no, if you don't ask, you will not know. Who not go, not go know. If you don't ask, you will not know. If you don't go in there and find out what the people are talking about, you will not see what's in there. You will not know what is there. Guys, it's all about the journey. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with financial or time freedom anymore. That's not our job. Because the people who are working after the money, it's business. Let's call it money today. We know we like calling it apples because we hate the name money. However, it's business and it's about money. Ash and his team, they are working. They are fixing the products, what we're going to take to the market. And they are after the money. They are after the customers. They are after any other thing on you and my behalf. Listen, walk the journey. Get involved. Get to know people. Get to discover people. I have learned just a lot. One of the things that I think we all have learned that are in this every day is how to be patient, and then people management, interpersonal communications and things like that. I think that we have learned a lot. We always laugh at Andy when we finish. Is like calling and comfort. I don't think I can ever have your kind of patience. But it's not true. He is very patient because he answers the same questions day in, day out with a smile on his face, a genuine smile. Because everybody is like, if Ash gave it to me, I did not deserve it. And so I would give it to the next person because Ash's heart's desire is for us to pay forward by just doing one little kind thing. So walk the journey, do something. Listen, if you just decide to say, I just want to go and invest my time on the Unpassive blog, you don't need to go to school. Anything you want is on our blog. Go there now, find out for yourself. Bro, I can say this is Unpassive. So if you want
Yeah.
to mic, just have it.
Yeah. In unpassive, the next day is better than the previous day. Every
Exactly.
day that goes by is always better. There is no ugly day in unpassive. There is no
Mhm.
sad day in unpassive. Because the people, if you look at the family we have created, unpassive is like a bond that have unite the whole universe, the whole globe in one place. And if you look at it, the comfort,
Mhm.
from the time I joined unpassive, those who came with the attitude of rushing, I want it now, where are they today?
Right.
Because it's like they have one, a mindset of money. If you don't give me now, I'm gone.
Mhm.
You don't give me now, I'm gone. These people, some of them, they were firebrand. Where are they today?
Right.
Because the mindset never changed. The best thing we have learned from unpassive
Yes.
Is that patience you have said, that mindset, that money, yes, we came for financial and time freedom. But unpassive have teach us through Mr. Ashton that there is something more in unpassive than that. Something greater, something that have unified people of different race, different color, bring them back. And we are not even seeing that diversity is that we are all one people. I call it the law of natural selection, where it's like selected people have been put together, to move forward in one destination, singing one language, which is humanity.
Right.
Because now we don't even talk about what we'll put in our pocket, but how much can we give? That's what because we know money is done deal. We know when you understand unpassive, you know you are already successful. Those who've really gone through the process, they know the success is already there. But now, how much can we give? That is it.
Yeah.
To help humanity. And how do we learn all of this? It's from the journey. It's from the journey when we started, from the time you join, attending webinars, corporate webinars, webinars that you can learn truly about the system, what the system can do for you, what the whole unpassive can do for you and your community. That's a whole journey. Because
Exactly.
some of us can write a whole book now. When it comes, we have learned, people, those with different ideas, you learn from different people, different ideas. What I've learned on passive, honestly, money cannot buy it. If you want to,
Exactly.
I want to quantify with my 97, they even give us our $97 back. Let
You
me say
have your
one,
97 back before you forget.
yeah, yeah, let me forget
Yes.
when the $97 is gone back. So the knowledge I've gained, no amount of money can buy it. If I'm not in non-passive today, there are a lot of things I can do from what I
Exactly.
have learned in
Yeah.
non-passive from all
That,
the founders. And
that's
that's why I
very
call it the
true.
law of natural selection, bringing people with brains, quality
Oh,
to help you for free
yes.
education.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty about unpassive, and that's part of the journey.
Exactly.
That is the
Collins,
journey.
there is this saying where they say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Right? I never knew what it meant until I came to Unpassive. How? There is another friend of mine who joined Unpassive per I don't know, per PTA. Maybe he just joined because I told him about it and he was like, all right, I'll just give it a try. So at some point, he's like, you now speak like a business person. You know what's happening? So it just suffices for me to show him my friends. I'll point at Michael Williams, Marty DeGamo, Andy Berks. I'll point at Peter Rogers. I'll point at Mike Ellis and all of those people, Collins Manor and stuff. And he's going to say, right, I see now. I know where the transformation is coming from. Right? That is the truth, whether you like it or not. Like Collins is saying, I used to say this even months, years back, that listen, I am ready to defend a PhD in unpassive from any angle, from any perspective. Come with figures, I will do it the way Andy taught me. Come with marketing, I'll do it how Andy, Mike Ellis, and the rest have taught me. Come with technology, I'll do it how the old tech pro have taught me. Come with humanity, I'll do it the way Mr. Mufare has taught me. Come with anything from any angle, I will defend it. And you give it to me with honors, guys. I think we all can do this. I feel so good being part of this. Then that self-confidence, how much we have built. Because I can never forget, I have some videos that you may want me to take down all of the videos, but a few when I just started interviewing people like Michael Williams, Dr. Bill Williams, and those, I am keeping them because I could hear my voice like shivering. Oh my God. But then now I don't care whether I say it well or not. I can't be bothered because I know that we are a team. If I go wrong, they'll fix it up and nothing will go wrong out there. Everybody will get just what they want to get. Unpassive is joy. The journey is the joy about it all. If you listen, when we have that opportunity to meet face to face, remember in Manchester, oh my God, we did crazy stuff. My sister Fatmata, oh, we danced Mayen and so on. We had a good dance with Andy and stuff. And then the best and the sweetest of all, one of them was Myra Aquino. Red was like, listen, Myra is that person that you just want to leave here and go to New York to just see her. And a whole day with you and Myra in the city of New York, you will come back and say, yes, it was worth it. So that's the joy of it all. You just turn around, see anybody. I just call Pat Parent my sister, Saratuati is my sister, and so on. How? If not of unpassive, how did I find myself here? You know that's the truth about it. That is the thing about this whole journey. I started a program which I wanted to do something about Africa, but it's not working. Even my little children, they saw it and say, Mama, it can't work because you are not African, you are just a world person of the world. It can't work. And it's not working because it's hard. Where do I keep the rest of my family? It can't work because how much the bonding has taken place, it's difficult to split us. There are times we even do a few mistakes, we'll discover them and we'll fix them up and we'll still move on hand in glove. That is what the journey is all about. While we enjoy ourselves, we go bonding and planning our future together because we'll never have friends again without this caucus. Our friendship will only be inside us here in Unpassive because we are the same people, the same mindset, the same interest and stuff like that. So I think my brother
Yeah,
would definitely want
yeah,
to say something.
yeah.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
a comfort. You know,
It's so hard.
one of the things that I've learned throughout this journey is that, you know, if you look at Mr. Ashufara and all the other great people you've met in this journey, the only thing is you just have to be yourself. You know, you can only do what you are good at. For instance, I
Yes,
cannot be you, Comfort. You are like a good, you know, moderator and stuff like that. I cannot be you. I cannot be Lean because Lean has a different dynamic that is bringing. I cannot be Fatmat. I cannot be Michael Williams. Or, you know, if I try to be like Omadi Digamo, or if I try to be like any of you guys, it means I'm faking it. Because maybe within 1 week, 2 weeks, I will collapse. Because what can I say? I cannot be me, no. So I just have to be me. And that's the
yeah,
beauty about Unpassive. The only way you can express yourself is just about being yourself, you know, because Unpassive is too big. And when you find your little niche, you said, this is what I'm good at. For instance, I
yes.
cannot be John Barrela on the chat.
No,
I
no,
will notice.
nobody
Yes,
can do it like John.
I got, yes. So everybody is so natural, so organic. You know, when they talk about organic traffic, it's like we are just coming really natural, you know. And when someone is really natural and pure, you can see it.
Yes,
You can,
that's
but
true.
when you try to fake, to try to do what is not
Or to
yours,
copy, it
to
doesn't work.
copycat, to say, oh, this person is like this, I want to be like this person, you will just collapse. Just be you. Unpassive taught me to be me. You know, I'm just me, and that's why when I come, I speak naturally from what I know, and that's me. Move me out of that, it's not me.
Right.
And this is the beauty. So we have learned from a lot of people, and when they are doing naturally, you can see Unpassive, you know, just the brightness of Unpassive is about people being natural, just being
Yes, that's
themselves.
very true. Yes.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I really love it that way. And this is how it comes from the journey that shows that we have learned. I remember,
Right.
Mr. Comfort, when you called me the first time, I told you that no, that's not me. I said, you know what? I can't even just stand on social media. Social media is not my friend. You were behind me for more than 1 month. I said, okay, Mr. Comfort, you know what? Let me tell you, if you want any information, I can give you. You go and do it yourself. Go and speak.
Right.
You said, no, you have to. I remember you called me, you called Oliver. We said, no, no, it's
Yes.
not our thing. But look at we today. You know, you said you
Yeah.
cannot give up. You always push and push and
That's
push.
true.
Yeah,
Guys, so sometimes it's good to be daring, right? Because when I joined on Passive, I heard about Bob Takusi, but I never saw him. And then after some time, this name just went away. I never saw it. Anyway, shout out to Myra Aquino. I just saw her today after a very long time. No discrimination. It's just that she showed up just the day we called her name. Welcome, sis. Love you. So when I say, I was like, but where is this person they call Bob Takusi? I just want to see him though, because I heard a bit about him when I joined on Passive and then he disappeared. And so Mike or John Tambia was like, do you want me to connect you with him? I say yes. So I called him or sent him a message, and the next thing was like, I would like you to come to my show. He just said like, oh my God, I don't do things like this, but it's hard to say no to you. I say yes. So, it's just good to be there and just pull somebody out of there and help them to discover themselves. And they help you to discover yours as well. It's
yeah,
just a kind of sweet thing. Like you were talking about niching. When you choose a niche of yours and stick to it, you just flow because everybody tells the unpassive story from their own angle. You tell it from your perspective, how you see it, how you understand it, from what you have learned from your CEO and his team. This is what I take home, and this is what unpassive means to me. You tell just that naturally. So you
Yeah.
have nothing to prepare for. You have nothing to remember. You just tell it and go because it's quite sweet and
Yeah.
natural. Be
Yeah.
yourself indeed, as my sister Fatmata is saying.
Yeah.
That is unpassive. So without the journey, there is no unpassive. Without the
Yeah.
journey, there's no future. Without the journey, there's no us. There's
Mhm.
just no us. Without the journey, there's no family. Because unpassive is that one nation is a country, a newborn country of its own, where there is no race, there is no age, there is no size, there is no height, there is no academic or social background. There is just a brother and a sister with one language called love, and with
Mhm.
one purpose to uplift humanity. The brand new country on planet Earth, unpassive. That is what we are. That is who we
Yeah.
are. If you
Yeah.
miss out of this part, you will never go anywhere with any other thing you are doing with unpassive. That is how we look
Yeah.
at it this evening,
Yeah.
bro. I hope
This
I'm
circum,
making
yeah,
sense.
you are making sense because if you look at it circumference, just imagine Unpassive would have launched 2018 or 2020.
Mm-hmm.
All of us here, one point something, would have
Yes,
been into Unpassive. And
true.
even the people who came in, those who came in, they will not have any story to tell about the journey because there wasn't anything, no journey. So their mindset will be what? I came for financial and time freedom and I've got it.
Right.
So what are you talking about journey? So there will be no beauty. But now look at it. All of this, the transformation from internet marketing platform to full-blown IT company, and to build an IT company of this magnitude takes years.
Right.
Just imagine, this is what I always said. Imagine if Ash Mufara, our CEO, would have come out 2018 and said, you know what, I have this idea and it will take 5 years. That's they came 2018, and it will take up till now for us to get to where we are now. A lot of people will say, no, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
years will be really scary. 5 years? What do you
True.
what do you mean by 5 years? So you're
Right.
asking me to sit, wait for 5 years? But time, build, and the journey, everything, started exploding. And when you look at it, say, my God, let's wait a little bit. Let's wait.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, we're not thinking about waiting again. We are thinking about the future is bright. We know the future is bright. Whatever it takes, the future, we know the future. And that's how I used to share on passive. I said, when I want to share on passive and I started sharing,
Mm-hmm.
I said, all right, just say you have 30 years more or 20 years more or 15 years more to work your life, your
Mm-hmm.
entire life, and then you retire. And someone approach you with a business that will take 5 years for you to retire. Will you say no or yes? Are you
Right.
ready to
I know
come
you,
in,
you, you
spend
used to
that
say that
five
a
years?
lot.
Yes. And then your 10 years, you retire and you have 10 years of your active age to travel across the globe. Or will
And
you
that's
decide to say
bonus,
no?
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bonus years, a bonus
Yes.
10 years. Or you have
Right.
30 years more, 20 years more. Somebody said, okay, come and spend 5 years with me. Though you still do your thing, do what you are doing, but spend the time with me. And after these 5 years, you have 20 years more or 15 years more to enjoy your life to the fullest. Will you say no? And all they say, no, no, I want it, I want it. I said, come on, let's
Right.
enjoy the ride. Let's
Mm-hmm.
take it, put it, because it's not a risk for me. At that time, $97 wasn't a risk for anything because it's just like something that can fall off your pocket and
Mm-hmm.
it's gone. Because though we used to say all of this comfort, me and you come from the same country.
Right.
How many of these people, when they cry that they don't have money, they sit in one beer
Oh
parlor
yeah.
house and they drink, or a bar, and they drink more than 100. Look at it, $100. They can drink it in 1 second like this.
Exactly.
Me and you know this. So, 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 but again, if you put that and said this money, I can go in a pub and drink it for one night. If I put it on passive and said this night I will not drink, I'll put it there. Let me
Right.
put it. What will happen? It will heal. And that's what I used to tell people. There is nothing you lost. If you put $97, that's what I used to say. Will it make you more poorer? Or will
No,
it make you, more poorer as you are now? So if you lost it, will you be more poorer? Oh, yes. No, 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 no. I'll still be the same.
nothing will change at
But
all here.
what if that $97 tend to be hundreds of thousands or hundreds of millions? Your life changed forever. And this is the journey. We're learning about it. from Go founders to O founders. Most people didn't even know about Go founders. But we saw it. How many of us can even remember the first unpassive side? Some of us, I know some people have taken photo of it.
How many people have read the ebook? How many people have read Jeffrey Muller's ebook? We used to.
How many of us? Yes.
The ebook. Yeah.
The beauty.
Yeah, somebody just said earlier on that after 10 years, there's going to be a documentary covering everything from inception to production to all of those things. You know, it's going to be fun. This is history in the making because you have screenshots. If you think that your camera is shy, your fingers are typing. You have screenshots of your comments passing on that documentary. You will have things that you said, you know, in webinars passing on that documentary. You have stuff. So I was laughing when Mino says he is our friend and Marty Degamo because of Unpassive. I believe she is one of the quiet ones. She doesn't speak much. So it reminds me of when me and Auntie Lynn used to run this show some time ago. So we would come and have a little fight. You know that she speaks quite gentle. I'm just like, I need this voice. I just need to speak like that for a few minutes. It can't work. So I was like, you are the gentle one. You go first. She said, no, you go first. I said, no, you got that voice that it calms down everybody. And then I said, we'll fight. And then after that, we'll make a decision and come out. It's just a sweet thing. You can tell, you can write a whole book. There's even a sister of ours who is on a book. She's writing a book. I hope she actually finally publishes that book. I'm excited. You know, a lot is happening. You can say a lot about so many people, you know. So it's quite something, guys. I think let's hear from Olga. Olga says, yes, Olga, I have glasses, but I still can't see. I am a year and 4 months in Unpassive, and I am enjoying the journey so much. When I joined Unpassive, my mind was money, but now I am enjoying the process. You know what? The truth is that, bro, when you are in Unpassive, because not everybody is in Unpassive, even though they find themselves in the ecosystem, when you are truly in Unpassive as engaged, you forget that you came here for money, to be honest. That's what happens to many people. And that's why, even though Ash says, listen, I am going to fill up your cup till it's rolling over. And so Ash is just interested in the crumbs that will fall over. What would you be doing with the rest that falls on the floor? That's why what Ash needs you to take out there and help the needy and raise their status, right? But when you ask everybody, just tell me, what would you do to yourself when apples start rolling? People are like, I'm planning this journey. I just want to go there and help this. I'm just planning to do that and do that. You don't hear people tell you that I am going to do this for myself. Sometimes I try to like force it out. It never comes out. Everything people tell you, I am planning to go here. And that's how much people have been craving to be of help, but it's never been coming, you know. And so you get frustrated and you die with it. And finally, you die. We'll have a lot of people die empty, as of the discussion we had with Dr. Modi last time. If you can watch that video, die empty, or you read the book. So many people will die empty now because they will empty their hearts out and do that thing they wanted to do before they leave the earth, because Unpassive is providing it for you. Time and resources and solutions and value and stuff like that. Somebody's waiting somewhere out there in the dark and know that I was meant to be poor and here where I am. And one day they will see the light. What about that? It's all about the journey, because if you don't walk through and hear what people share, what they are going to do and what they have been doing, and how much Unpassive is going to help them to widen their horizon in the scope of uplifting humanity, you will not have an example to copy from, you know. So join in now, just hop in and start enjoying it. Ask a lot of questions and get some stories told, read a few things, watch a few videos and ask what's the meaning of this, catch up, and let's move on together. That's what we're just talking about, bro.
Yes, Comfort, you are really right, because if you look at the hope that Unpassive have built, especially among the founders, those who really plug in, you know, because if, you know, there are things that when you look at it naturally in life, sometimes we are slaves when we work. You know, you are trading your time for money.
Always.
We trade our time, whether we like it or not. We are trading our time. And sometimes you retire without even having anything. You retire and you still like you've never worked for your entire life. And there are times I said, and it is true, that we sometimes people, and most often, maybe majority or 95%, they live their years, but they don't live their life.
Right.
How many
That's
days
very
holiday do
true.
you have? How many days holiday? Even if you are working, they give you 25 days a year.
Mm.
25 days, you're taking piecemeal, So, but now, Unpassive is coming to give us that hope. We are building hope back in Unpassive.
Yep.
We are building everything,
Mm-hmm.
building everything back, giving us everything in our entire life in fullness, where people can start to dream again, know that there is a better way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Because most companies, the same, you cannot do the same thing and expect different results.
That's
You
very
must
true.
do different things to get different results. And this is the paradigm shift Unpassive is bringing. Though people don't believe it,
Mm-hmm.
some people don't believe, because most people believe, but it's a different way. Because a lot of people still think you must work hard to earn. You have to work smart, not hard.
Right.
Unpassive have given us a smart way of doing things by pushing button. You don't have to carry things, a lot of things that's happening, but this actually, what if they automate everything and you just have to push a button for you to earn, for you to make fortune, to help your family, friends, even if it's not a way, but a quantity that will build over time.
Mm-hmm.
That is the new way. When people are talking about AI, most companies are talking about AI. It was there before. Why are people talking about AI today at work? They were talking about AI. next
Right.
next year, company coming to AI, but Unpassive is already far gone. It's 100 times gone. You see, so that is
Right.
the thing comfort. So people, when you are in, you just have to be happy. you
That's
know
very true. That's just the thing. That's just the
yeah
thing because it's just a cool. You listen. We can discuss this for the next 1 year, and it will never finish because the journey is the journey. I think if you remember about 2 weeks ago, Jeffrey Murlock was here on the journey. It's just crazy how the journey, how sweet it has been, and when you think that this journey is already 5 years old and it's just about to begin, then you just want to be involved. Just join us, enjoy the ride, have the fun. Let's go play and get bonded as much as we can because Ash and his team are working for us. How about that? It's just fun, 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 and then fun again, guys. So, Collins, I'm working hard. Let me try as much as I can today to give shout outs. After which you will just make a conclusion and give a few encouragements and stuff. So tomorrow, hopefully Robin would be here. We're not sure about a third partner yet, but Collins and myself and hopefully Robin would be here tomorrow, and it's going to be another interesting topic. I'm really trying to give a few shout outs, and I'll work hard to do that this evening. Guys, bear with me. Kingsley Ugwo, welcome. Hello, Big Sis, Pat Parent. Thank you for joining. Sister Fatmata, hey, Sister Keba. Hello, Auntie Lynn. Thank you guys for always being there. Your comments mean a lot to us. John Ban, thank you for joining. We really appreciate. Hello, Anne McLennan, aka the three hugs. Oh my God! I think I'll take one of the hugs. Is it hugs? Yes. I think I should get one of the hugs one of these days. I would be blessed to be there with you. So hello, my NCs. Thank you for always being there. My sister Elizabeth Bade Collins. Haha. I don't want to tell you what we're planning. Just be ready to come with us because we are going to rock it. Listen, this is our sister from Papua New Guinea. Guys, let me stop here and tell you something. I read a book about Papua New Guinea, and about 3 months later, I found Unpassive, and then I met my family people from Papua New Guinea because I knew that Guinea is only in Africa. I said, which one be Papua New Guinea now? I read the book, their culture is different. I went on YouTube, I found out a bit about them. I have an idea. And before I know it, Unpassive is here, and here is Papua New Guinea. And it's going to be mine one of these days. Guys, we are just going to rock the world. I think I just feel like telling this story because I feel so blessed. It means a lot to me. Our brother Henry Horn, thank you for joining. And of course, a big brother, when you say Marty is your age, then we give you a big brother hug and we love you. Hey, Sister Serashe, thank you for joining. We appreciate you so much and we're really happy. And of course, my sister Stephanie Morrison, thank you for joining. Olga Flora, thank you for joining. Mino, thank you, sis. Always being there. Sister Caroline McKee, Brother Collins, you want to give shout outs or do you just want to conclude? Peter Rogers, the man behind the scenes. Peter does and we say it. Peter will not speak until you force him to do so. But if you want him to do stuff, touch this, touch that, and put the screens and connect the cables, he can do it and forget to sit down and have a cup of tea. So we just thank you all, guys. It makes a difference. Hi, Laurie. Thank you, sis. Always there to encourage us, and we really, really do appreciate that. And of course, Yvette Pango, thank you for joining. Olaya, thank you, sis. Thank you, everyone. Brother Collins, I'm working hard, but it's hard to call every name. If I forget today, I'll definitely try to call it tomorrow. Myra Aquino, thank you, sis, for coming today. So, bro, you just want to make a few reminders. Everything is on track. See who just popped in. John Brilla, the 111 and only moderator on planet Earth. Is chat monitor on planet Earth. Nobody does it like you. When you are here, I say my guardian angel is here. I can concentrate on running my mouth because he is watching the chat. Thank you, bro, for always being there. Brother Collins, I hand it over to you, please.
Yes, so Mr. Comfort, just want to thank everyone again. Let's remember that everything is good. You know, when we listen to Red and Maddie today,
Yep.
you know, everything is good. And I just want to re-emphasize what Red said, you know, because when Ash made the pronouncement that everything, especially the domain and payment processor, payment will go through the end of this year. That will, everything will be fine. The bundle, everything, those two, and then the data center will move over 2024. You know, some people feel like, oh, it means everything will stop. You know, you started getting called. It means they'll just wait until the year end, then we'll get this. No, it doesn't mean that. Things, as said, business as usual. It means they are just building what he is trying to say. What Ash meant was, that's how I understand it, that the whole technology, full blown of, when you talk about a domain name register and a banking processor, everything you need to be a full banking processor where you can use and operate bank will be complete. That's the full blown features or what products, you know, where you can even monetize. He said you will use it and you can monetize. That's what, go and read the update. Everyone you can read it. Means everything. When you build an application, you can give it, okay, let's use this now, let's use now, add on until it become a full blown. What Ash is trying to say is the full blown will be by year end this year. That he said not year end, this year. It will have full blown banking processor and domain, and then only the data center, because of the hardware, it need a lot of things to add on. Then we'll have our full data center, and that is when you can say, I own the internet. I've explained that. Thank God that Ash came and say it again, because when I said own it, to own the internet is not the 5.5 billion people. It's to own these three things I always mention: data center, domain register, and banking processor. You own that, you've owned the internet. Because when it comes to banking sector, you are already there. A lot of company can come in and say, you know, we want to use your processor, and you can still charge them for that. So you can still monetize. They can use the product. Domain, how many people go to GoDaddy to buy domain? You don't have domain, they can shut you down. You don't pay, they'll shut you down. ONPASSIVE is coming. Not only we, the founder, we have domain will be a product as well, where we, the founders, will still make commission out of it. Remember, there is one thing Mr. Ashmufara gave us a topic about in OTech Pro. He said, what does it mean for you to have a domain and then become a domain register provider? It means you'll be providing domain, though you have a domain, your own domain, but you are providing domain as a product. So for everything Mr. Ashmufara is doing, he is not only giving it to us, he is making it as a product. For instance, OKYC is there, which is one of the big. We will not only use it for, they will not only use it for us to verify us, but what will happen? It will be a product in ONPASSIVE. They call it productization. You productize something to give it to the mass. That's what most companies do. And Mr. Ash is really ahead of the game to make sure we use it and then we still sell it to make commission. Where can you get that? And these are the three things. You have your domain, you have the banking processor, you have data center. Not only the data center will be to store our data, companies will come to store their data. Do you know how much it costs for a company to store data? Data is like they pay you by meter, but Mr. Ashra will give it to host your data, both cloud and using the cloud hosting and the servers and everything. In AWS, some company pay more than 33 million. I know company who pay 33 million a year. We know companies that's paying 1 million with Microsoft Azure a year, a month, 1 million US dollars. It's not cheap. So this is the product that is coming to us. And what will happen? It will blow ONPASSIVE. When people used to talk about Amazon, Amazon is not the marketplace. What gives this man money is the cloud service. That product. He said that is, if you go and listen to Jeff Bezos or what he said, he said, when they built the marketplace, there was a lot of competitors. Alibaba came, competitors. He said, when they move, they make their own domain. There were still competitors with GoDaddy stuff. But when they move into data center, 7 years, there was no competitors. So they blow up money, 7 years and more. How many companies can have data center? It's not cheap. It's like a cartel, I call it. You go to Amazon, they'll rip you off. You go to Microsoft, they rip you off. They are really expensive. But Ash, we know as Ash will always make sure we will put it. So Ash is coming to the market, said, you know what? We cannot continue like this. We'll do it in a fair and better way. And that's what is giving them money. Most of these companies, it is really, when Mr. Ash said, I said, this is mind-blowing. You have these 3 and 4, you've owned the whole thing, and then talk about the product, single sign-on. So product will just be all our data is just going straight into, and to do all of this, Esther Comfort, it comes with a lot of regulations. It comes with a lot of things because they want to know how secure you can store our data. It comes with policies and all of, all the government regulations and stuff. So you must show that you meet the criteria. When it comes to money, everybody wants to know, okay, you are channeling my money using the processor. Is it secured where someone cannot just hack it, take somebody's money? Where is my data stored? All of those type of things, because it's like crazy. Like Mr. said, it sounds simple to say, but there's a lot of regulation. And thank God, yesterday he said, we have had a major breakthrough. Because first, Visa and Master need to give you authorization. They need to check you, make sure what you are doing is right. You will not mess up with people's finances, because finance is something that, and I used to say this in Mr. Comfort, how many of us, let us be sincere, where if they put a lot of money in your bank, you will go and report and say, my God, I just see some money, it doesn't belong to me. People are sincere. But let them touch $1 from your money, you march to the bank and said, why? Everybody, that's reflex. Why? I saw my money is not, what has happened to my money? But put 1 more cent on top, the person will not even realize. He said, thank you very much, God, thank you. Until the bank have to withdraw it and said, that's why they have a record system to record money when it goes out to the wrong person. Because they know not everybody is sincere to come and say, they put this money in my account.
Right.
Because they thank God for blessing me. So that is the process,
Right.
And yeah, it's the comfort. So take it. Let's be happy because we are firing up.
Exactly. And we're just closing on the note that I'm happy that you went back on these things again, just for it to sink and settle, especially those who are just joining the journey now and want to pick up and be on the same level with us. Ask as many questions as you have, but then ask them in the chat section, because it's easier for us to find. We will come back definitely with answers if we can provide them. So guys, I think it remains. I know what it means. Sometimes what I say is, Ash is silent. When Ash goes silent, even for 24 hours, this silence sounds louder than the loudest noise you can ever hear. It means a million tons to me, right? So yesterday he came out, I think he spoke for less than 3 minutes. But then I'm not repeating everything. He said, we've had this breakthrough. where the pay in, pay out stuff and the bulk payment and stuff, all of those will take place, and we go from there. This is it that Collins went back on it. No need to overemphasize what we know that we need to do. Just be patient. All in German they say alles wird gut geklappt. Sometimes it's better to in other you know how you express it better in another language than that in other. Guys, we are all fine, and that's just it. Let's be patient. Let's just keep the fire burning. And if you have your money and are trying to pay and it's not going, just ignore that money, throw it on those some of those type of places you don't need to pass until you see that it's active again. Come and put it there, because all of these little tiny hitches here and there that are being polished up, they might be lagging us behind with business, which means the moment the system stabilizes and we hit the road, we'll not look back. So please be patient. It's not easy. Even me, money is not easy to come by these days. So keep it, keep the money, and just say this money is, I've lost it. I don't have it. Until when it's time for you to use it, then you have it again and go ahead and activate so that you are not left behind. That's just the way to go. However, nothing has changed. We are all fine. We are all successful. We are all on our way to the top. We are all in the process of transforming ourselves into the greatest shape of our lives. Guys, if you are new here, check in the comment or in the description box. There is a link there. Click on it. Have a look. Go into our ecosystem. Have a taste it, feel it, sniff it. That's what he says every day. And if you are in there and you think that you want something to change your life, to do something new, click to become an affiliate. Ask what next, and we will help you. And guys, if somebody is talking to you about unpassive, rather go back to them, because they will help you on a one-to-one basis. We all are here to help. Those commenting in the chat, those of us sitting here, we love you guys. Tomorrow seems to be interesting. So buckle up, guys, and let's have this chat. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful evening. Thanks, bro.